Good morning and welcome to the Daily Word with Pulaski Heights United Methodist Church. My name is Kathleen McMurray. I'm one of the pastors here, and I'm so thankful to be joining with you in this time of devotion today. This week, we are journeying through some different hymns of our faith in this Lenten season that talk about what it means, what the cross means for us in our atonement, in reconciliation with God when we have hurt God so dearly through our sin. And so today we are looking at the hymn 286 in our United Methodist hymnal, O Sacred Head Now Wounded. We don't know exactly who wrote it originally in Latin, but it was translated by Paul Gerhardt in 1656 and James W. Alexander in 1830. So I invite you, you might be familiar with these words, but I also invite you to look them up and to read them along as we share in these words today. O sacred head now wounded, with grief and shame weighed down, now scornfully surrounded with thorns, thine only crown. How pale thou art with anguish, with sore abuse and scorn, how does that visage languish, which once was bright as morn? What thou, my Lord, hast suffered was all for sinners' gain. Mine was the transgression, but thine the deadly pain. Lo, here I fall, my Savior, 'tis I deserve thy place. Look on me with thy favor, vouchsafe to me thy grace. What language shall I borrow to thank thee, dearest friend, for this thy dying sorrow, thy pity without end? O make me thine forever, and should I fainting be, Lord, let me never, never outlive my love to thee. So here in this hymn, this beautiful, familiar hymn for many of us, we hear words of the cross of Jesus that talk about Jesus dying for our sake, right? The transgressions were mine, the hymnist says, but instead yours, Christ, was the death. That idea, that concept of atonement is called substitutionary atonement. The idea that we deserve death, that we deserve punishment for our sin, for our transgressions, in the words of the psalmist, but that Christ died in our place. Now, that is a concept, and there's lots more that you can learn and read about substitutionary atonement. It is one theory of atonement, one concept that is explored in the Bible and by scholars and theologians throughout history. And what the substitutionary atonement theory leads us to as we consider it is an attitude of gratitude, of incredible gratitude, that we deserve something painful, something bad, but that someone else takes that punishment on our behalf. And so as we think about what it means to be atoned, what it means to be made one with God again by the sacrifice of Christ, it should be an attitude of gratitude that we look to that grace on the cross on our behalf. Have a great day.